Saying that you don't have time is the oldest excuse in the world. You know it, I know it, because there's not a day that goes by that all of us somehow find ourselves in that moment where we convince ourselves there's not enough time in this moment to do this thing, or there's not enough time today to begin that priority we know we should be starting. And the fact that you say to yourself, or maybe broadly to your team, that we don't have time today, that is absolutely an excuse. Because we all face the same conditions every single day. We have 24 hours in the day. 24 hours in the day. Think about those just in your organization, those other high impact leaders who seem to have more success. What are they doing differently? Well, I'll tell you one thing they're doing. They're controlling the clock. They're not waiting to do something until tomorrow or next week that they can do today. They manage the clock. They take control of the time they have, and they make the most of it because they're deciding today what are the priorities. They're deciding today what's important, and they're putting the right resources in the right people around that task, and they're not waiting. They're moving forward. So at the end of the day, we all have to face this question. Admit that you do have time. Admit that you're just not doing what is needed to step back and quickly assess the situation, and then putting the right amount of time or effort or resources into it. You have enough time. We all have the same 24 hours, and go look at others in the business world, sports, wherever, who are successful. What is allowing them to be successful? They're managing their time. They're prioritizing those things they've got to do, and they're making the decision. They're committing to those right things. That is your challenge, and you've got to admit it, and you got to face up to that. You got to make new decisions, and you need to control the clock. So at the end of the day, you don't need more time. You don't need more hours on the clock. You get 24 hours. What you need is discipline. As a high impact leader, you need the right discipline. You need to instill that right discipline in your team to manage that precious time against the right critical few priorities. Put the right effort into those, accomplish those, and then move on to the next. So if you're wanting to up the ante and truly become a better leader, instill discipline in your habits, in your decision making every day, instill daily discipline habits within your team. And when you do, you truly are going to see new momentum. You're going to see new results. And that discipline is going to take you in a completely new direction.